1980, Pac-Man. Developed by Namco. Pac-Man is an iconic arcade game created by Toru Watani. Players control Pac-Man, a yellow character, and navigate through a maze while consuming dots and avoiding colorful ghosts. The game became a cultural phenomenon and is considered one of the most influential video games of all time. 1981. Donkey Kong. Developed by Nintendo. Donkey Kong, created by Shigeru Miyamoto, is an arcade platformer where players control a character named Jumpman, who later became known as Mario. The objective is to rescue Jumpman's girlfriend from the clutches of a giant ape named Donkey Kong. The game introduced the world to two iconic characters and laid the foundation for the Mario franchise. 1982. Pitfall. Developed by Activision. Pitfall is a platforming adventure game designed by David Crane. Players control Pitfall Harry as he explores a jungle filled with hazards and treasures. The game was notable for its non-linear gameplay, challenging obstacles, and a time limit that added urgency to the exploration. 1983. Mario Bros. Developed by Nintendo. Mario Bros., designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and Gunpei Yokoi, is an arcade platformer featuring Mario and Luigi, the iconic plumber brothers. Players clear levels by defeating various enemies in a sewer setting. The game introduced cooperative multiplayer gameplay and laid the foundation for the Super Mario series. 1984. Tetris. Developed by Alexei Pajitnov and published by various companies. Tetris, created by Alexei Pajitnov, is a tile-matching puzzle game. Players arrange falling tetrominoes shapes composed of 4 square blocks to create complete rows, which then disappear. The game's addictive gameplay, simple mechanics, and universal appeal made it one of the most successful and enduring video games of all time. 1985. Super Mario Bros. Developed by Nintendo. Super Mario Bros., designed by Shigeru Miyamoto, is a side-scrolling platformer that revolutionized the gaming industry. Players control Mario as he embarks on a quest to rescue Princess Toadstool from the villainous Bowser. The game introduced iconic power-ups, memorable levels, and precise controls, establishing the Super Mario franchise as a cornerstone of video gaming. 1986. The Legend of Zelda. Developed by Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda, created by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka, is an action-adventure game that introduced players to the fantasy world of Hyrule. Players assume the role of Link, a young hero, as he embarks on a quest to rescue Princess Zelda and defeat the evil Ganon. The game pioneered non-linear exploration, complex puzzles, and a rich narrative, setting the standard for future adventure games. 1987. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Developed by Nintendo. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, designed by Genyo Takeda and Makoto Wada, is a boxing sports game. Players control Little Mac as he works his way up the ranks, facing various colorful opponents, including the final boss, Mike Tyson. The game offered strategic boxing gameplay, memorable characters, and intense matches, becoming a classic of the genre. 1988. Super Mario Bros. 3. Developed by Nintendo. Super Mario Bros. 3, designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka, is a platforming game and a direct sequel to the original Super Mario Bros. Players once again control Mario as he embarks on a quest to rescue Princess Toadstool from the clutches of Bowser. The game introduces new power-ups, such as the iconic Tanuki suit and the Frog suit, which grant Mario unique abilities. Super Mario Bros. 3 expanded the scope of the series with diverse worlds, challenging levels, and innovative gameplay mechanics like airships and mini-games. It is widely regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time, showcasing Nintendo's creativity and pushing the boundaries of platforming gameplay. (1989) Prince of Persia. Developed by Jordan Mechner and published by Broderbund. Prince of Persia, created by Jordan Mechner, is a platforming game known for its fluid animations and realistic character movements. Players control an unnamed prince who must navigate treacherous levels, avoid deadly traps, and battle enemies to save the princess within a time limit. The game's rotoscoped animation technique, atmospheric setting, and challenging gameplay captivated players and set a new standard for platformers. 1990, The Secret of Monkey Island. Developed by Lucasfilm Games, later LucasArts. The Secret of Monkey Island, designed by Ron Gilbert, is a comedic point-and-click adventure game. Players assume the role of Guybrush Threepwood, a young wannabe pirate, as he explores the Caribbean and embarks on a quest to rescue the governor's daughter from the clutches of the ghost pirate LeChuck. The game's witty dialogue, memorable characters, and clever puzzles made it a beloved entry in the genre and led to a successful franchise. 1991, Street Fighter II. Developed by Capcom. Street Fighter II, designed by Akira Nishitani and Akira Yasuda, is a competitive fighting game that revolutionized the genre. Players select a fighter from a diverse roster of characters and engage in one-on-one battles against other players or computer-controlled opponents. The game introduced special moves, combos, and a variety of fighting styles, captivating players with its depth, strategy, and memorable characters like Ryu, Chun-Li, and M. Bison. 1992, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Developed by Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, directed by Takashi Tezuka and produced by Shigeru Miyamoto, is an action-adventure game and a prequel to the original Legend of Zelda. Players control Link as he embarks on a quest to rescue Princess Zelda and defeat the sorcerer Ganon. The game features a top-down perspective, a vast world to explore, dungeons to conquer, and a dark parallel dimension known as the Dark World. A Link to the Past refined the series' formula with its engaging gameplay, intricate puzzles, and immersive storytelling. 1993, Doom. Developed by id Software. Doom, created by John Carmack and John Romero, is a first-person shooter that revolutionized the genre. Players assume the role of a space marine who must battle hordes of demons unleashed from hell. The game introduced fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled gameplay, immersive 3D graphics, and a robust multiplayer mode. Doom popularized the concept of the first-person shooter and set the foundation for future titles in the genre. 1994, Super Metroid. Developed by Nintendo. Super Metroid, directed by Yoshio Sakamoto, is an action-adventure game and the third installment in the Metroid series. Players control bounty hunter Samus Aran as she explores the planet Zebes, battling enemies and uncovering secrets. The game introduced non-linear exploration, atmospheric storytelling, and a sense of isolation. Super Metroid is praised for its tight gameplay, haunting atmosphere, and innovative mechanics, solidifying its status as a classic in the genre. 1995, Chrono Trigger. Developed by Square. Chrono Trigger, designed by Hironobu Sakaguchi, Yuji Horii, and Akira Toriyama, is a role-playing game renowned for its compelling narrative and time-traveling mechanics. Players follow the adventures of Chrono and his companions as they journey through different eras to prevent the end of the world. The game features a deep and emotional storyline, memorable characters, and a unique battle system that combines turn-based and active elements. Chrono Trigger is celebrated for its captivating narrative, multiple endings, and exceptional music composed by Yasunori Mitsuda. 1996, Super Mario 64, developed by Nintendo. Super Mario 64, directed by Shigeru Miyamoto, is a groundbreaking 3D platformer that revolutionized the gaming industry. Players control Mario as he explores Princess Peach's castle and jumps into various paintings to enter different worlds. The game introduced the concept of free-roaming 3D environments, precise controls, and innovative level design. Super Mario 64 set the standard for 3D platformers, showcasing Nintendo's mastery of game design and its ability to seamlessly transition a beloved franchise into the realm of 3 dimensions. 1997, Final Fantasy VII, developed by Square. Final Fantasy VII, directed by Yoshinori Kitase and developed by a team led by Hironobu Sakaguchi, is a role-playing game that had a profound impact on the genre and the gaming industry as a whole. Players follow the story of Cloud Strife, a former soldier, as he joins a rebel group to stop the villainous Sephiroth from destroying the planet. The game combined compelling storytelling, memorable characters, and groundbreaking cinematic cutscenes. Final Fantasy VII introduced a more mature and cinematic approach to RPGs, pushing the boundaries of storytelling and immersing players in a rich and immersive world. 1998, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, developed by Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, directed by Eiji Aonuma and produced by Shigeru Miyamoto, is an action-adventure game that is often considered one of the greatest video games of all time. Players control Link as he embarks on a time-traveling quest to prevent the evil Ganondorf from obtaining the Triforce and taking over the land of Hyrule. The game introduced a fully immersive 3D world, innovative targeting and combat mechanics, and a memorable musical instrument called the ocarina. Ocarina of Time is praised for its immersive world, intricate dungeons, engaging story, and memorable characters. 1999, Metal Gear Solid, developed by Konami Computer Entertainment Japan. Metal Gear Solid, directed by Hideo Kojima, is a stealth action game that pushed the boundaries of storytelling in video games. Players assume the role of Solid Snake, a special forces operative, as he infiltrates a nuclear weapons facility to stop a terrorist plot. The game introduced cinematic cutscenes, complex characters, and a deep narrative that tackled themes of war, politics, and the nature of humanity. Metal Gear Solid is known for its stealth gameplay mechanics, memorable boss battles, and its ability to deliver a cinematic experience in the realm of gaming. (2000) Diablo II, developed by Blizzard North. Diablo II, designed by David Brevik, Eric Schaefer, and Max Schaefer, is an action role-playing game and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Diablo. Players choose from several character classes and embark on a dark and epic journey to defeat the Lord of Destruction, Diablo.
What can I do for you?
The game features a vast and immersive world, addictive gameplay loop, and an emphasis on loot and character customization. Diablo 2 is praised for its addictive gameplay, atmospheric visuals, and multiplayer component, which allowed players to team up and battle against powerful foes.